We're at the brand new Buc-ees in San Marcos for the grand opening. This massive travel center sits along I-35 with about 74,000 square feet of space and 128 fueling positions. It opened August 12th, and fans were lining up before the dawn to get inside. Just 20 minutes from the new Brownfields location, it's another huge stop between Austin and San Antonio, packed with barbecue, kolaches, beaver nuggets, and everything else Buc-ees is known for. First things first. All right, we're finally inside the new San Marcos Buc-ees. And wow, this place is massive. The ceilings are super high, the aisles feel endless, and there's just stuff everywhere you look. And right here is the man himself, Arch Beaver Applin III, the founder and owner of Buc-ees. But it's pretty cool to see the guy who started the whole thing standing right here in the middle of the newest store. He's the reason these places exist the way they do. We're standing outside as the ceremony gets underway. News crews are set up, the Buc-ees team is in place, and the dignitaries are arriving. Proud to be an American kicks in as everyone gathers. The crowd is pretty quiet overall, more watching than cheering. It's a big production for the new store, and it does make you think about the other side of the Buc-ees story that's been in the news lately. John Oliver recently covered how the company has gone after a bunch of smaller businesses over logos they say are too similar to their beaver. A lot of those places ended up changing their branding or settling because fighting a company this size is tough.
Buc-ees loves to sue other companies, particularly those with animal mascots. They've filed over a dozen lawsuits over the years and threatened a bunch more. And incredibly, to date, Buc-ees has won nearly all of the cases that it's brought, usually because other companies opt to settle and redesign their logos or just fold completely. And that is probably because most just don't have the resources to fight a company this big. But Buc-ees should be careful here, because as one legal expert has said, the more you do this, the more you might run into somebody who has the means or the will to fight with you about it. That is where we come in, because it turns out we very much have the will to get into a fight with Buc-ees. We also happen to already have a rodent mascot on hand, one Mr. Nutter Butter, who's helpfully no stranger to frivolous lawsuits. I'm so happy to announce that you can now buy this image on a variety of products, from tumblers to hats to shirts to onesies to mugs to pajamas to umbrellas to stickers to socks to, of course, underwear. You can buy any or all of these items for a limited time at buck-off.com, with all profits going to hunger-free America. So, if any prominent gas station chain out there has an issue with our new logo and products and wants to get lawyers involved, then you know what? Bring it the off. Although, remember, in doing so, you'd be directly taking food out of hungry people's mouths. And it's also worth knowing that Mr. Nutter Butter currently has a perfect record in court. So at this point, Buc-ees, I guess the beaver nugget is in your court. The next move is yours. I'm anxious to see what it's going to be. And you know who else is looking forward to finding out? This guy! He's here! He's back! Hey, buddy!
Standing here at the grand opening, it's hard not to notice both the spectacle and the larger reputation that comes with it.
Good morning, San Marcos! Buenos dias! I'm Helen Ramirez, the Director of Economic and Local Business Development for the city of San Marcos, Texas. A special thank you to Mr. Arch Beaver Applin III for bringing us all together this morning with our community, regional, and state partners to celebrate this wonderful grand opening. We are supported by many of our elected officials and special guests, including Governor Greg Abbott.
Boo.
And we have many more elected officials, so if you want to hold your applause to the end, that would be wonderful. But just shows all the support that we have in our community for this special day in our city. Mayor Jane Houston, City Council Member Josh Paselk, City Council Member Matthew Mendoza, City Council Member Lorenzo Gonzalez, Hayes County Judge Ruben Becerra, Hayes County Commissioner Debbie Inglesby, Hayes County Commissioner Morgan Hammer, Hayes County Commissioner Michelle Cohen, Hayes County Commissioner Walt Smith, Hayes County Administrator Candace Buc-ee, City Manager Stephanie Reyes, Assistant City Manager Joe Pantelian, San Marcos Chamber of Commerce President Paige Michelle, San Marcos Chamber of Commerce Chair Brooke Damron. We have also our President of Texas State, Kelly Dampus, our Hayes Calwa Economic Development, Mike Camberlander, Economic Director of Texas Economic Development and Tourism Office, Adriana Cruz, our Fire Chief, Les Stevens, our Chief of Police, Chief Standridge, and our former council member, Jude Prather. Thank you. Welcome. Now we can applaud for everyone. I would first like to introduce a very special person, San Marcos Mayor Jane Houston. She has dedicated 18 years to serving the citizens of San Marcos, Texas. As an elected leader, first as city council member for 10 years and 4 terms as our mayor. Her public service includes several regional boards, including the Capital Area Council of Governments and Capital Area Metropolitan Planning Association, or CAMPO. She has also served multiple organizations in our community as president and board member. Mayor Houston spends countless hours advocating for the interests of residents and businesses alike. Please join me in welcoming our Mayor, Jane Houston.
What a great day it is in San Marcos, Texas. As we gather here to celebrate the opening of the newest Buc-ees and our Buc-ees for San Marcos, a 74,000 square foot travel center with 128 fueling stations that's anticipated to bring joy to over 10,000 visitors a day. Today is a great example of how business and government work collaboratively to grow a community's economy while creating a welcoming, family-friendly visitor experience. So thank you for further solidifying San Marcos as a destination. You're conveniently located off of I-35 at the center of a 5 million person mega region reaching from Austin to San Antonio. Shoppers, as you enter the store, we welcome you to visit the city's electronic kiosk and explore our engaging events, learn about our historic downtown, and we know you're here to buy some snacks. Anybody for beaver butt nuggets? And might want to make it a weekend trip, and at some point along the way attend a Texas State Pac-12 conference game as part of your travel experience. I would like to recognize our city manager, Stephanie Reyes, and her economic development team who made this possible by working with Buc-ees on the economic development agreement to bring over $50 million in capital investments, over 300 jobs, currently advertised at $20 to $25 an hour plus benefits, with emphasis on hiring local, and additional community benefits, including the creation of a community fund and a rainwater system to supplement site irrigation. Buc-ee's success is our success. Thank you for working collaboratively with the City of San Marcos to make today possible. Thank you. And back to you, Helen.
Thank you, Mayor. Our next speaker was named one of the 100 most influential people in the world by Time in 2024. Governor Greg Abbott's vision for an even stronger Texas is focused on more jobs and a better economic opportunity for all. Re-elected to a third term in 2022, Governor Abbott is working tirelessly to build a stronger and better Texas. He was first elected as the 48th governor of Texas in 2014. Before being elected governor, he was the 50th and longest serving attorney general in Texas history. He has also served as justice of the Supreme Court of Texas and a state district judge in Harris County. Please give a warm welcome to our Texas Governor, Greg Abbott. Yes, sir.
Well, thank you, Helen, for the very kind introduction. It's great to be out here in San Marcos, Texas, and Hays County, Texas. You got some people over here heard earlier, you're looking forward to some brisket. So when I get done talking here, I'm going to be going inside, chopping up some brisket for you, some fresh brisket. Brisket on the board here today. I want to thank Mary Houston and everything that she has done to provide such a vibrant economic development location. She works very closely with the Texas Director of Economic Development, Adriana Cruz, who joins with us here today. And you can tell by the number of people here how excited you are to be able to have your very own Buc-ees right here in San Marcos, Texas. I want to thank all, in addition to the mayor, all the city leaders, as well as the county judge and all of the officials from the county. Things like this happen because local leaders come together and they make it happen, because also it's great for the community. But one reason why it's so great for the community is because Buc-ees is such a great business. They do business right. They focus on delivering what the customer wants, and they do it in such a great way. Buc-ees is such an iconic brand, now known way beyond the borders of Texas. It is known and loved across the entire United States. And if you watched either the World Cup or the news about the World Cup or social media postings about the World Cup, you know that people from across the world fell in love with Buc-ees. They were astonished by what Buc-ees provides. You had people from Europe, people from Asia, people from South America putting posts on social media saying they'd never seen anything like Buc-ees before, and telling the world about what you love so much about Buc-ees. One thing that happened during the World Cup, and that is there was a World Cup game that was, actually games, played up at the Dallas Cowboy football stadium up in Arlington between Dallas and Fort Worth. There were a lot of visitors from across the world staying in Fort Worth, and there was a special daily trip from downtown Fort Worth to the local Buc-ees where the world visitors would get to see. It was like a visitation site during the World Cup tour that shows the quality of brand of what Buc-ee provides. Last thing I'll tell you is this, and that is, I'm proud of the type of business that Buc-ee runs. Listen, it provides great jobs, great economic opportunity. And I want you to know this, the manager of Buc-ees makes far more money than the governor of the state of Texas. So it's a very, very important job with great economic opportunity. Listen, I brought with me today a proclamation from the state of Texas. Here it is, and let me just share it with you very shortly. On the grand opening, it says that the Texas dream is the result of generations of Texans before us and the businesses they built, the communities they created, and the legacies they have left. Buc-ees lives up to the pioneering spirit of the Lone Star State as it continues to expand its locations, following and place in the world as a cultural phenomenon. The sight of a Buc-ees billboard ahead of the iconic travel destination creates an unrivaled excitement. And in Texas, we know that a road trip isn't complete without a stop at Buc-ees. The grand opening of Buc-ees in San Marcos marks an extraordinary day in the company's history. The 74,000 square foot travel destination will feature its signature travelers experience in iconic food and snacks, friendly staff, and all of the Buc-ees favorites. From Texas barbecue, homemade fudge, and beaver nuggets to clean restrooms, merchandise, and 100 plus gas pumps, travelers rely on Buc-ees. Since 1982, Buc-ees has been synonymous with Texas hospitality. Its commitment has remained to provide travelers with a friendly, safe, and a fun place to stay. With the opening of its San Marcos location, Buc-ee's now operates nearly 60 stores across the United States of America. I applaud Buc-ee's for continuing to showcase the best of the Lone Star State, and I congratulate the company on its tremendous success. Buc-ee's is a remarkable Texas success story and makes our state a better place, one beaver at a time. So give it up to Buc-ee's, as well as give it up to the founder and CEO of Buc-ee's, Beaver Applin, a great friend to the great state of Texas.
Thank you, Governor.
Howdy. Oh, what a beautiful day, what a beautiful crowd. It's so nice to open another store in Texas. I don't know, it's just an incredible experience. Most of y'all are, I would assume, probably live here in Texas, and you know, I don't have to tell you what a wonderful state we live in. We're so fortunate for our governor, Governor Abbott, to come here for the store opening and say so many kind things. And so he's a friend. He's a friend of the state. He's a friend of business. He's a friend of the economy.
Data centers.
And it's just a wonderful place. Very, very fortunate. You know, wasn't my choice. I was. I don't want that to sound bad. I was born here. I didn't have any. Just fortunate enough to be born here and to start my business here. And there is no better state in the country to start a business. Period. No question. And that's not an accident. And as I travel and try to go and we try to expand, I'm reminded what it's like to do business in Texas and with the people in Texas. This journey started a long time ago. I was listening to the governor read out some of the things in this proclamation: the barbecue, the fudge, the beaver nuggets, the 100 gas pumps. But I noticed everybody cheered on the clean restrooms. And very fortunate for all of us, this concept kind of set home with me a long, long time ago. My first two kids were daughters, and I started to realize the importance of clean restrooms. And so we acted on that concept and that thought, and have never turned back on it. Hello, Andy. So good to see you. We've never turned back on that. And so it does my heart good to know that it is appreciated still at the level that it is. And that's a commitment that Buc-ee's will make. We will always take pride and respect your business by providing you a clean place to come in and get off the road and rest and use the facilities. And I think at the end of the day, that is, people ask us, what's your secret sauce? What do you do? And I think it's just respect our customers and give our customers an exceptional experience that are traveling. So of all the things that he mentioned, it was interesting that sunk in with everybody. Today's an exciting day. As y'all know, we have a store down the road not far on the same interstate. Mm-hmm. It's been a phenomenal business for us for a long time, and so we recognize Interstate 35 is much to the chagrin of many of you that get caught in the traffic. It's a growing place, and it's growing, and we felt like it needed another store. So I'm having a lot of fun building and growing in other states, but boy, it sure feels good to be back home. I'll tell you, I notice a couple of fellas here, Wade, you're wearing our first attempt, our first effort at co-branding with a major university. It just accidentally happened to be Texas A&M. But you know, we we love college sports. We love higher education, and we hope to brand more shirts in the future with other universities. As I said, we have the president here at Texas State. Maybe we can do something with them. How do you do that? I want to make sure and not mess that up and give the wrong. But in all fairness, we have a friend out in the audience with a Texas shirt and a Texas cap on. So I appreciate that we have fans on all sides of the field. So thank y'all. The kids, the young people here, can't tell you enough how much I appreciate y'all coming. It's hot. We're going to go inside. The governor mentioned he and I are going to go in there and prepare some barbecue. So if you haven't had our barbecue brisket before, I suggest you try it, or our pulled pork. But it'll be fun. We're going to go in there and do a little. They don't let me back behind the counter often, but with the governor here, they said I could go back there. So thanks everybody for coming. I hope we get to see y'all inside. God bless y'all. Thank you.
San Marcos Area Chamber of Commerce for hosting the moment we've all been waiting for. What is that? The ribbon cutting. Woo! So let's have our elected officials and special guests join us as we cut that beautiful ribbon. Thank you very much.
The ribbon cutting is about to begin. Everyone's in place now. The Buc-ees team, local officials, and the news cameras all focused on the entrance. Our chaplain is up front with the other dignitaries, and Governor Abbott is right there with them. The big ceremonial scissors are ready and the ribbon is stretched across the entrance. They're adjusting positions, making sure everyone who needs to be in the photo is in frame. The scissors are handed over and they're ready to cut the ribbon.
There's the crowd here for Abbott Arch's brisket cutting.
We're inside now, watching as our chaplain and Governor Abbott get set up at the cutting board. The brisket's hot and ready, and the two of them step in to start chopping for the crowd. It's one of those signature Buc-ees opening moments. The founder and the governor, side by side, working the board. Here's what is publicly known about Buc-ee's smoking process. The brisket is not smoked inside individual stores. It is smoked at a central Texas facility and then shipped to locations. It is smoked low and slow for roughly 12 to 14 hours. Seasoning is kept simple, mainly salt and pepper, so the beef flavor stays front and center. Once the whole briskets arrive at the store, they are warmed, then sliced or chopped fresh throughout the day, right at the counter. That fresh carving is a big reason the meat stays juicy instead of drying out. The barbecue program is run by Pitmaster Randy Pauley, an award-winning Texas pitmaster and former Chopped competitor. He developed the methods and trains the teams that handle the meat at the stores. Buc-ee's keeps consistency by centralizing the long smoke, then finishing and carving the meat fresh in each store. That's why you get the same product whether you're in San Marcos or another location, and why chopping at the counter is more than just show. It's part of keeping the meat tender. Buc-ee's also has its own barbecue sauce that they serve with the brisket. It's a little on the sweeter side with a mild tang, the kind of sauce that works whether you like just a light drizzle or you really want to coat the meat. You'll see it offered right at the counter when they're chopping, and they also sell bottles of it so people can take it home. It's one of those simple extras that rounds out the whole brisket experience. One of the first things people always mention is the restroom. Buc-ee's is famous for keeping them spotless, and in this new San Marcos location, there is no exception. From there, you move into the food side of the store. There's a full coffee station with every accoutrement you could possibly want, a bakery case loaded with fresh cinnamon rolls, pastries, and cookies, and in the sweet sections, satisfy even the pickiest of your family members. Every flavor of fudge possibly imaginable. Candied nuts and all the classic Buc-ee's treats. There's even chocolate pie cups and, from what I've heard, the most delicious banana pudding. They also have a solid spread of ready-to-go options. Sandwiches, wraps, salads, keto choices, and trays of fresh vegetables with dips. It's all set up so you can grab a quick meal or stock up for the road without feeling like you're limited to the usual gas station food. Packaged jerky and some smoked sausages and cheeses come from outside smokehouses, including longtime supplier New Brownfields Smokehouse and others. The fresh by the pound jerky and the hot brisket, sausage, and turkey you see at the counter are handled differently from the bagged retail products. This is the Texas Roundup, the hot food counter where you actually get the meat.
Their menu will change throughout the day. In the mornings, they have egg items, egg burritos and egg tacos and things along those lines. And in the afternoon, it'll transition to more brisket, more savory items, or more lunchtime items.
Hey! Brisket on the board! Hey! Brisket on the board!
They've now done the lunch changeover. They've gotten rid of the kolaches and egg tacos and replaced them with your more standard chicken burritos and Cuban sandwich and brisket tacos. And then over here, instead of breakfast tacos and whatnot, we've got the brisket sandwiches and 3 meat sandwiches. They're making some sandwiches right now. Big old scoop. That's a healthy scoop. Sliced turkey and sausage on a stick, beaver chips, things you find at every single Beaver's or Buc-ee's every time you go. And then they've added chicken sandwiches now, because everybody's got to have a chicken sandwich. So you got your box of tenders and your sandwiches. They're real good, actually. The chicken sandwich is very similar to a Chick-fil-A. And then, of course, tenders.
The chip aisle at Buc-ee's is next level. You've got all the usual brands, and then it just explodes into this massive wall of Buc-ee's own snacks. Potato chips in every flavor you can think of, corn chips, popcorn, Buc-ee's rings, cheesy puffs, chocolate-covered popcorn, they have it all. Seriously, it's dangerous. You walk in for one bag and somehow leave with an armful because everything looks so good. And of course, you can't talk about Buc-ee's without mentioning the beaver nuggets. These are their famous sweet, crunchy corn puff snacks, kind of like a cross between caramel corn and a cheese puff, but with that signature Buc-ee's taste. And you'll usually see a big display of them near the registers and in the snack aisles. Whether you grab a small bag or go for the bigger one, beaver nuggets are pretty much required if you're making a real Buc-ee's run.
You got your gummies and your dried fruits and trail mix and some nuts, and then they also have some jerky over here on this wall, just so you don't have to travel across the store if you're just looking for jerky. They seem to give you a couple opportunities at it.
And of course, we had to stop and meet Buc-ee himself. The big beaver is right there in the store, ready for photos. It's kind of a requirement when you visit. We wrap up in the merchandise area, and Buc-ee's does not hold back here either. There are shelves of shirts, hats, tumblers, blankets, and all kinds of beaver-branded souvenirs. It's the kind of section where you can grab a simple keychain or go all in on a full outfit. Whether you're buying for yourself or picking up something as a souvenir of the new San Marcos store, the merch wall is the last stop before you head out back to the car. Whether you're looking for something small or a full set of Buc-ee's gear, this part of the store pretty much has you covered. You've got hats, shirts, tumblers, blankets, keychains, and just about every kind of beaver-branded souvenir you could think of. Some of it's practical, some of it's pure fun, and a lot of it is the kind of thing people grab as a reminder of the stop.
Co-branded Ghostbuster shirt.
Oh, wow.
And
Buc-ee's also rotates seasonal merch throughout the year, like Halloween shirts or other holiday designs that only show up for a limited time. Get them while they're hot.
And then your house goods and various tchotchkes for your house. Buc-ee's is famous for having a lot of that as well, of course. You get a bargain on a glittery cow skull for $398.
They even carry Sanrio products, plus a whole section of inflatables. Perfect if you're headed out for river rafting or just floating the day away. And that wraps up our look at the brand new San Marcos Buc-ee's. From the opening ceremony to the food, the snacks, and all the merch, it's a full experience. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps the channel and it doesn't cost you a thing. Thanks so much for watching. See you at Buc-ee's. And remember, come along and escape with us. Escape!